Carlos Ramirez, owner of NVSAUDIO in Roselle, New Jersey. Today we're working on this brand new 2020 Road King. Just came from the dealer because he went in for his 1,000-mile service and there was a couple of codes that the dealer made him aware of after installing aftermarket headlights and fog lights. So we went over the bike, we found a few mistakes, and I'm going to show you what we came across. Anybody doing their own install needs to be careful of this. We're going to show you some common mistakes that you could avoid so you won't have this issue. Alright, these are the popular aftermarket lights with the halo rings. Then he had some custom dynamics, switchback. So these stay on and blink. So this is the issue. We have turn signal issues. That's simple, that can be ignored. If you want that to go away, you could just add a load resistor so it believes the factory bulb is there. Since these are LEDs, these are the codes that we're concerned with. So as soon as it detects a short on the high beam wire, it completely turns off the high beam output. That was something that the shop should have been aware of the polarity when they installed it, but it was customer supplied parts, so you can't blame the shop for that did the install. I'm going to show you what the issue is with that. Very popular headlight upgrade for the Harleys. These are the Hogworks halos. From factory, the Harley has two separate plugs. This one for low beam, I've marked it, L for low, H for high. This is very important, but you have to note the polarity on the plug. So blue is positive, and on this plug, blue yellow is positive. Very, very important. Now the issue is, so as you can see, you have to be very careful with the polarity because these plugs can be plugged in backwards. So now you see I have the white lined up with the blue, and I have the yellow lined up with the blue. These plugs can easily be plugged in backwards, and that's what creates the code. Now they're plugged in backwards. As soon as you try the high beam, it's going to throw a code, and the high beam circuit is not going to work at all. It won't blow a fuse, but it's going to throw a code, and it won't work. So you'll only have low beams. You'll know if this happens. So even if you don't have a scanner, you'll know if this happens because you'll hit the high beam switch, and the high beams won't come on, but the low beams stay on. There is no fuse for the headlights, so you won't know. The only way to tell is your high beam does not function. And then your high beam function will not come back until you use a scanner or techno research tool and clear it. Once you clear the code, then your high beam function comes back on. That was the first part of the problem. Second part of the problem was these lights are not installed properly, and it cracked. The aftermarket fog light bracket, because these need to be shimmed. So we added washers, 2 washers here, 5 washers here, to make it even and space it out. The other reason we had to add washers, these lights have a single wire output, so it actually grounds through the frame. So the bolt goes into the frame, but being that this is painted, 2 painted surfaces, you're not getting good ground connection there. So by adding the washers, it goes through the bolt, through the frame, through the washers, and gives you a good ground for the lights. The lights were flickering and shutting off, not anymore. They had tapped into the headlight harness. We repaired all that and put the headlight harness back to the factory because the dealer advised the customer that that is not the proper way to do it. There's an auxiliary harness already here, and that's what that harness is for. So we went ahead, made a connector, and repinned it. So now the auxiliary harness plugs into the factory harness. You notice the lights just went out? So we made our harness plug into the factory harness. So now the auxiliary lights have their own fuse. We were able to retrofit the blinkers. So we used the factory blinker connector. So that's all plug and play now. So now we have switchback, halo, parking light, everything works as it should, and everything plugs in just like factory. So On the new 2020 Road King, here's your auxiliary lighting plug. There's a second one over here, so you don't have to tap into the headlight harness at all. These connectors could be found online. We use a connector from a strobe kit and then just repinned it. Okay, everything is working as it should now. No codes. High beams. High beam, low beam, high beam. Auxiliary lights are working. And we have right blinker, left blinker, "2020 Road King." Now we have properly installed auxiliary lighting and headlights. We just ran a new code scan and we have 0 codes. Hope this helps. So just a quick recap, when you're doing auxiliary lighting on all the newer Harleys, 2014 and up, do not connect your auxiliary lighting to the headlight harness. There's always a plug in the headlight harness assembly for auxiliary lighting. Harley does not want any, it's not just Harley, a lot of these newer cars are the same way too. They only want the headlights on the headlight circuit, they only want the blinkers on the blinker circuit. Auxiliary lighting, there is an auxiliary plug that comes on just like the headlight. So just hook it up there. If you don't have a connector, you can make a connector, you can order a connector online, or you can splice into the connector, just add your own waterproof quick disconnect. So no codes. If you tap into the headlight, you're going to get a code, you're going to get an error. Note your polarity on your aftermarket headlight harness, and you shouldn't have any issues.